All right, hey guys, what's going on? Steve Kreiner, the Dog Soldier here. Hey, thanks for joining me on this preview video of the brand new Dog Soldier sound pack. Now, just to give you a rundown, we're going to go over the sound pack. It has 20 sounds in it. I'm going to go over every sound in the sound pack and tell you what I've called in with it and what I use it for. I got some out-of-the-box stuff that's really good and it's really efficient and it's been very successful with these sounds. I've actually had 99% of these sounds for the last 5 years probably, and I just now decided to release them. For you guys that don't know, I entered the outdoor industry about 15 years ago, almost 15 years ago, and then I got hired full-time. Actually, the main plan at Johnny Stewart, which was owned by Hunter Specialties at the time, was for me to take over Gerald Stewart's spot, monitoring the market, recording wildlife, making sure the library wasn't pirated, stuff like that. So these sounds are really close to me. I've worked with Gerald Stewart. He's been a mentor of mine for years and years, and he's still a really great friend. And he really put into me the value of sounds, and he showed me how to record wildlife to keep it as clean as possible. And the biggest thing he taught me is just because the sound sounds good, don't mean it works. I've killed stuff with every one of these sounds in these libraries, or this sound pack that the first one I'm releasing. And I've had some really good sounds, and I've pushed the button and stuff just run like hell from it, so I can't explain it. But anyway, they're not in this library. So we're going to go through this library real quick. I'm going to try to keep this minimal because I know everybody would rather listen to the sounds than me talk. But this was the best way for me to give you guys a preview, and I'll put this obviously up on youtube.com/DogSoldierTV. And make sure you subscribe even if you ain't interested in the videos, because I'll be putting new sound pack previews up there here shortly. So anyway, let's go over the first sound. The first sound is called DS Adult Cat. This is an adult barn cat that I caught years and years ago. I can't even remember how many years ago. Pretty unique cat, was very vocal and very efficient. When I say I'm out of the box, I like to use sounds that I hope nobody else is using, and you wouldn't believe how many big mature coyotes I've called with this sound. So this is DS Adult Cat. Just pretty much a cat on the end of a pole, not having to break no legs or do anything like that. They just scream because they don't want handled at all. A good cat sound. This is another sound I'll never forget about recording. It took me about 30 minutes to catch this rooster, and once I caught him, he delivered a great sound that's been efficient all over the United States. This is DS Adult Rooster. This next sound, pretty close to me. My little girl, she's 10 now, almost 11, and she helped me record this when she was 5 years old. This is DS Baby Cottontail. DS Baby Cottontail. Everybody knows by watching the videos I'm really efficient with coon sounds, and this is some coons that I'd caught, and they're just like cats. They don't like being handled, and they typically scream. It's a great out-of-the-box sound, good for coyotes and gray foxes, actually. Kind of has that gray fox fight sound to it. I think's the reason why grays come to it so much. Okay, this is DS Kreiner Kitten. This is one of the first kittens I ever recorded here. This is a great out-of-the-box sound, good for coyotes and especially foxes. And I've called in bobcats several times with it on the rebound. What I mean by rebound is when the bobcats come in and they leave, I tend to get them to come back with this sound. The next sound is a pretty cool sound. It's DS Female Cardinal. I caught this with Johnny Stewart's round trap, which is a big old round circle trap with a cloth net on it. You elevate it from a position and have a trip wire, and you catch birds underneath it, and then you have a whole array of of wildlife you can record when it comes to bird catching. DS Female Cottontail. DS Female Cardinal. That's a great out-of-the-box sound for coyotes, but it's really, really, really good for cats. My little girl Zoe helped me record this one as well when she was about 5. This is DS Finch, another really, really good bobcat sound. Now, some of these sounds might play on your collar louder than the others. They're optimized for performance. I want them to be really crystal clear and sound really well. Some collars won't handle high-pitched sounds like Finch's, and some will. I actually, I don't think you'll have any problem with Fox Pros. I know you won't have no problem with FLX 500s, the Dog Soldier calls, so these will play on any call that plays an MP3 or WAV file. Now, this next sound is kitten cradle. What was happening here was I was recording these kittens and they got to screaming at each other. It's a pretty cool sound. You can hear the other kitten in the background meowing. Every time I pulled the kitten out of the cage, the other cat would start screaming as well. Just a really good sound, and it's a really great sound, rebound sound for bobcats. I've had really good luck with it. That's the DS Kitten Cradle. My buddy had a goat one time in a pen, and I whipped out an iPhone and recorded this sound. I don't know if he was hungry or what, and after I recorded it, I told my buddy, I said, hey, while you were getting ready, I recorded your goat. And he's like, yeah, we just weaned it, so it's lost, and so that's why we call it DS Lost Goat. Now, DS Lost Goat's a pretty simple sound. It's just a goat. But what I use DS Lost Goat for is if I get a coyote hung up out there in a ditch, or if I got a coyote that's barking right over the hill at me, giving me hell, that's a really good sound to get them to break. And they may not approach fast, but they always come and look at adult goat, that DS Lost Goat. Here's DS Mo Cotton. I recorded this cottontail in Missouri. This is actually the very first wildlife sound that I recorded that was worth a crap. This is DS Mo Cotton. That's a great sound. I love that sound. It's killed I don't know how many coyotes in the last 10, 15 years. This is a sound I acquired off a contributor. I bought this sound. It's a great sound. It's Pup Serenade. It's one of them sounds I use to locate with, but since I think coyotes can tell when they're puppies or when they're adults and stuff like that. And if I get a set of coyotes answer me, sometimes I use puppy whines and sometimes I use Pup Serenade, stuff like that to get them to break. Something really subtle and non-aggressive. This is a Pup Serenade. DS Pup Serenade. What I tend thinks that happens is when you get these groups located, you can throw them Pup Serenades or Pup Whines and stuff like that out there, and they just feel safe. It's subtle, like, hey, or them are pups, or maybe it's another set of pups moved in, and it's a really good sound to kill adult coyotes with. This is DS Screaming Bird. This is a great bird sound, great for bobcats. I've killed a lot of gray foxes with it in northern Colorado. It's just a great sound all around. Okay, now this is an adult gray fox in distress. I got 3 adult foxes. Let's see here. 1, 2. Okay, so this is adult gray. This is GS adult gray. This is a great sound. Sounds just about like all the other gray sounds on the market, but I do tend to think that a rhythm that's sped up or the tones are different, and coyotes know this. That's why I think it's important. That's why I decided to release the library. Everybody asks for more sounds. You can buy a new sound pack and run it for a season and buy another sound pack next season. if you got neighbors, close properties, stuff like that, it's great to have a whole array of sounds. That adult gray, me and Jason Stearman, he's one of our regulators. We've killed I don't know how many grays and kit foxes with that, swift foxes, excuse me. Now this is a baby squirrel sound. This is GS baby squirrel. This is a great sound. It's great for bobcats. I've called a lot of coyotes actually with it. But believe it or not, I have called millions of squirrels with it. If you're an air gun hunter like me, or if you really, really like to get out and just have a good time killing squirrels, this is a great sound, but it's a great sound to work in the bobcat brush or for coyotes. GS baby squirrel. That's a very high-pitched sound. A lot of callers on full volume. A lot of callers will not handle this sound. So just tip down the volume a little bit, and I mean, it's a great sound. Coyotes can hear a mouse squeak. It's been proven by the University of Arizona. They can hear a mouse squeak at a quarter mile. So don't worry about turning your collar down to handle any sound. I'll look you right now in the eyes and tell you there is not one of us in the industry that has a library that every sound sounds good on every collar. It don't have anything to do with quality. It don't have anything to do with the sound or the recorder. It has to do with the capability of the pitches the speakers can handle. This is a Cotulla baby rabbit. This is GS Cotulla baby. It's a great sound. We've been on a heck of a run this winter. I've used this whole library this season on Dog Soldier, and you guys are going to start seeing episodes now, obviously, on the Sportsman channel. You'll hear a lot of these sounds on it. I did nothing but film 13 episodes before December, and it was all using this library. This is GS Gray Fox in Distress. This is a really, really, really screamy gray fox. I would have called it Screaming Gray Fox, but Foxborough has a really good Screaming Gray Fox as well, so I just called it Gray Fox in Distress. It's really screamy, really barky. I really like that sound. This is GS Grunting baby Jackrabbit. This Jackrabbit's probably, you won't believe me, it's a Jackrabbit, but it is. The man that recorded this sound is a legend of the industry and is deceased now. And this is a great sound. GS Grunting baby Jack. I love it every time a coyote comes to the call, because I just, you know, when these guys like myself or Tory Cook or Steve Dillon or you know, Cal Taylor, you know, when these guys are recording sounds and we're calling in coyotes, it's just like they're calling in coyotes for us. That's why I'm really into sounds and I really like libraries. I got about every sound out there. This is GS Hi Cottontail. This is a really, really good rabbit. It's got some subtleness in it and some breaks, and it's really pitchy, and then it's a real fast rhythm. I tell you what, I slayed the bobcats in Oklahoma with it last month. That was a great sound. This is GS Slow Cottontail, just another pitch low cottontail sound. It's a great sound for coyotes, bobcats, foxes, all the way around, and I've killed a hell of a lot of coyotes with it. I tend to like higher pitched sounds for foxes and bobcats, so that's why some of these low pitched sounds I tend to say killed a lot of coyotes with them. I just pick high pitched sounds for foxes and bobcats more so than coyotes. And when I'm in the coyote country, like in western Oklahoma, and I know I'm on a really good stand and not killed no cats there, and it's just coyote, I pick these low rhythm jackrabbits. I just like the subtleness and the rhythm of these low rhythm rabbits. I love it. Okay, so this is a sound right here. This is an awesome sound, actually. This is a gray fox out of Texas. This is JS Fox in Distress. This is an epic sound, and it is a killer. I'll tell you guys right now, you know, going over this sound library has been a pleasure for you guys. You guys support me in every way possible, and I appreciate it. If you want to check out the Dog Soldier line of Predator calls, the FLX 500 and FLX 1000 and the 5-hand calls, go to tacticalpredatorhunter.com. Tacticalpredatorhunter.com. It's right here on the screen. And I'll also tell you the sound pack is available on the website as well. Here before long, we might think about putting it on SD cards and sending it out, but right now it's a digital download. Once again, I appreciate y'all for listening. I appreciate you going over these sounds with me. And also, most importantly, I thank you guys for the support. TacticalPredatorHunter.com for all your Dog Soldier approved gear. Peace out, homies.